Hello, hi, welcome to the premium version of Terrible Person.
Yes, hello.
We were just talking about fitness influencers and fitness, and you were saying all these things about them, and you're like, "Are you even friends?" I don't
think they are.
I think all those people. There is a generation
they must
of
go to
legitimate narcissists.
There are.
I mean,
sure.
there's always a ton
generations
for sure.
At this point.
But it's just like such a boom, and it's being rewarded monetarily and by views and by all this shit. I just don't. I don't buy it. I think those people are most of them are lunatics.
Right.
The really successful ones, they've got some shit, and they're like, I'm perfectly happy. And you're like, nah, man, you got some demon somewhere.
I don't know.
There are some folks that I do feel like are pretty well adjusted, but you can see a couple and you're just like...
Or maybe they're well adjusted at first and then they get to a point where they just become like, no.
You're like, oh, they're going to find your family in an oil container in 2 years. Right?
Maybe. Or they just become like super unrelatable because they like get all this money all of a sudden. But I don't think it's going to be sustainable for a lot of them.
And I also think there's going to be a real break. I really have hope that people start putting their phones down. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I just have a hope.
But maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe the people that are making all this money on social media are, like, being smart and, like, investing their money or, like, doing shit like that so that they can have wealth for a long time.
Here's the thing that really has blown my mind, and I've thought about it this week quite a bit. It's the cell phone, the iPhone was made to be a tool, right?
Yeah.
So think about carrying around a fucking hammer all day
and
just stopping down and looking at it for 15 minutes. Like, that's kind of what like if Steve Jobs, who knows, dude? He knew it was going to be highly addictive and all that bullshit, I'm sure.
Probably.
Don't quote me on that. That's
but
alleged.
I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, like
it's just supposed to be a tool. It's not supposed to be your entire life. And so many people have made it their entire first thing they do in the morning. Check it. You know? You just fall into these like weird self-rewarding habits. And you're like, you don't feel good doing it. It's a problem. We're fucking serious tech talk right now.
Or when
call me Kim Commando right now.
Or when they talk about like, I don't know, whenever you see like a documentary on like a social media like influencer or whatever, like they all just seem very unhappy and lonely, and
it's because they spend all day talking to their cell phone.
Right, like they have like all these followers and shit, but they don't have any actual like real friends.
Right, and then think about that. You have all this money and all these people, but you're like, do these people actually like me, or do they just want to be around me for like the clout, the runoff? That's so crazy. That would be such a mind fuck.
Exactly. Which I feel like most of when all these different social media influencers that you like occasionally see, then you see them all like hanging out together. Then you're like, yeah, you definitely like all probably met at some sort of, I don't know,
something
influencer conference. Yeah, like some gay shit and lame shit. And then you're like, oh yeah, let's all hang out because you find out that you live within like 20 minutes of each other or some shit. Yeah. Like, it's just dumb. I don't like, I'm sorry, because all these girls also are like in their 30s, maybe even older than that. And it's like, I don't believe that you just like all became friends in your late 30s.
If you're living a real honest life, you have like 3 friends.
Right.
You know, if somebody was really famous back in the day, it'd be like 1,000 people knew who you were. You know?
Well, no. I mean, there were still like mega like singers and
No. I mean, like back in the day, like
like
early America,
olden times.
Olden times. And now it's like, so you can only really remember probably 300 people, 150 people.
Yeah.
At a certain point, yeah, you recognize somebody, but you're like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like I'm getting to that point because I've just like, maybe it's because of the
Maxed
different
out.
jobs I've had and just like having to meet a lot of different people all the time.
Yeah.
That, yeah, like I see a bunch of people now that I'm like, oh, I definitely have like met you, like seen you before, like possibly introduced like ourselves to each other, and I like know your face, but I cannot remember your name. I don't know where I know you from or how I know you, but like I recognize your face and it looks very familiar, and I know that like our paths have somehow crossed.
There was I was talking to an old friend that I lived with for a period of time, and he was like, do you remember hanging out and doing this thing, like playing a show here or doing something like that, and you were with these people? And I was like no dude, I don't think you're thinking. I think you have the wrong person. He was like, no dude, you play drums. I was just like, holy shit, really?
I've had a couple of instances like that where I'm just like, I really have don't remember that at all.
Or even shit, the podcast. Somebody will be like, that was a really funny episode when you did this.
I'm like, I don't remember what we talked about.
The moment we stop recording.
I'm like, what are we eating?
Yeah, what are we having to eat? Any thoughts? Any thoughts now?
No. I didn't eat my potato soup leftovers.
Oh, you didn't?
Because we ended up having a lunch meeting, and we ordered tacos from Taco Cello.
Shit. Did you see the Menendez brothers?
No.
Are getting they might be getting out. They might be free. Ryan Murphy may have freed them.
Really?
Well, I mean, the show Netflix. But then again, dude, what would be so awesome, Kate? The coolest thing that could happen is if Lyle and Eric Menendez get out of prison. There's a parade in Los Angeles. Fucking streamers, people are kissing on the streets. It's just a beautiful moment. And then fucking they go back home to their wives, and then the next day both their wives are dead.
How is that funny?
It would just be like, that's how culture. That's the type of karma that needs to happen. Because they're like, we got to free Stephen Avery, and then Stephen Avery gets out and just massacres like his extended family. I think that'd be really fun.
Well, now I know how you feel if I got killed.
What are you talking? No, babe. I'm saying because it's the same thing. If Joe Exotic got out of prison and then went and just fucking murdered Carol Baskin, you know what I mean?
Or just like killed like 100 baby tigers.
Yeah. And it's like, well, this clearly unhinged man, this mentally unwell man, did something. Jesus Christ, yeah. I don't know.
I wonder what happened to Carol Baskin.
She's dead.
You haven't heard about her.
Yeah,
Did you think she like disappeared on purpose?
I think she got in some trouble too.
They're after. That's what I mean. But you haven't heard about her in a while. Like, I don't think she ever went to jail or anything. So do you think she just disappeared because she's like, they're hot on my trail?
Doctors warn of Ozempic teeth. Latest terrifying side effect of weight loss jabs.
What is it? Like, what do they do?
Let me see. I love this. Continue reading. What?
Oh, we have to pay now?
For Daily Mail?
What is this shit? Daily Mail. That's crazy.
That's lunacy. Who wants to pay for Daily Mail
Not
Plus?
Me. That's like people wants you to fucking pay. Yeah. I ain't paying for that shit. How much do they charge for like a weekly issue now? It's like probably some stupid ass amount.
I have no idea. Here's a fun
$8.99.
Here's a fun story. OnlyFans star Annie Knight hospitalized after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours.
Ew.
Yeah. I'll definitely survive, but it's quite painful and unpleasant at the moment.
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, get the specifics.
I don't want to.
I want to.
It's just literally, I click the link and it's just an Arby's roast beef sandwich just opened up.
Gross.
But like a real one, like a beef and cheddar. Not,
like, that looks delicious.
It felt great. I felt empowered. I felt happy. The adult content creator said, despite later being hospitalized after bleeding a lot following the challenge.
Why is that like a new thing that a bunch of people are doing now?
I don't know.
Like, ew.
Oh my God. I'm not doing very well. I've been bleeding a lot since the challenge. It was definitely a bit raw down there, and I did get a small cut.
And probably fucking an STD to go with it.
She had dermatitis, which is a painful and often misunderstood condition where tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows outside of it. What are you doing?
I'm looking up how much a thing of People magazine. How much it is these days.
I'm just over here talking to myself.
No, I think that's disgusting. Because remember that other girl who had sex with like 1,000 dudes in a day?
Yeah. So I don't
get it either. It's gross. Like, how is that empowering?
What if they have
you fucking almost bled out.
You know, what if, I mean, she's an OnlyFans model. Do you think they have to like tell kids at school, like, hey, this is not what you want to do? Like, do you think there's meetings?
I mean, no, I don't think that they say that. Like, because I'm sure that they would have so much parent backlash. It's insane.
Like, are there any role models that's saying, like, oh, yeah, sure, she made however much money she made with her OnlyFans, but having sex with 583 guys isn't good for anyone. Can you imagine being 582 or 583? Walking up to that.
She's like a puddle of fucking blood. Ugh.
I remember there was one back in the day in like the 90s called the Houston 500 or something like that. It was Houston followed by the number. And it was one lady, and they had her in a bathtub packed with ice.
Like, was she dead?
No, she was getting like overheated.
Ew.
Yeah, and there were just guys coming up the bathtub. Ah! Gross.
Okay, so apparently, if you buy like a yearly subscription, it's only $1.
Oh.
$1 an issue. But I feel like if you go and just like get it when you're like, I don't know, at the checkout stand, it's got to be way more than that, right?
$7 or $8 probably.
That's what I'm saying. That's my guesstimate too.
It's a hot take. Kim Kardashian is officially done with her law program.
Cool. I thought she already was, like, a while ago.
I'm going to free the Menendez brothers.
That's my new life goal.
I'm going to free O.J. Simpson.
So we can murder my mom.
Oh, this is a fun story.
Just kidding. He's dead.
You know they're making a movie about John Madden? And Nicolas Cage is playing John Madden, and that's Christian Bale.
Nice.
Look at this article. Madden movie, actor quits over alleged use of N-word, full nudity. Studio disputes reports. So apparently, it's like David O. Russell. Yeah. David O. Russell, if I'm not mistaken, is the one who he got in trouble for screaming at Lily Tomlinson, calling her a cunt. It's an amazing clip. I think that's David O. Russell. Hold on.
Photos of yourself.
This is the clip.
It's harder actually to pick it up from the damn desk.
Okay.
You were planning.
All right, take a beat and preset it.
You can put the fucking thing down. You can put the folder down for a second.
What?
So, if you're listening, this is Lily Tomlin has her feet up on a desk, and David O. Russell, the director, is standing next to the desk giving her direction. So that's what you're hearing.
Both hands.
Yeah, and take your legs off the desk and a whole bunch of other stuff.
It says you gotta keep it. You can take your legs down.
We could find some. Okay, for Christ's sake, let's just take it one fucking line at a time. Instead of changing everything it's very difficult to even create what you're going to do when it's constant a barrage of change this, do this. No, wait, do it a different way. Don't get me started. Okay, so I'm just saying, let's just, it's impossible. One actor's doing one thing, another actor's doing another, and
Wait for it.
I'm not as brilliant as you. I can't keep up with you.
No, but we're being very patient.
We're being very efficient.
Be patient with you. So you can
Let's
try to-
rehearse. You're being impatient.
No, I said patient.
Let's rehearse. I couldn't understand you. And it's not the first time.
Okay.
Fuck you! I'm just trying to fucking help you. Do you understand me? I'm being a fucking collaborator. I'm just trying to help you figure out your fucking picture. Hey, bitch, I'm not here to be fucking yelled at. I worked on this fucking thing for 3 fucking years, not to have some fucking cunt yell at me in front of the fucking crew when I'm trying to fucking help you, bitch. Figure it out yourself.
Well, I have to do that.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
Good. Why don't you fuck your whole movie?
For you.
Why don't you fuck your whole movie? Because that's what you're doing.
And he stayed through something at her.
We better get some insurance
Fucking
against the
one woman
director.
show again.
So anyway, that guy is directing a movie about John Madden. And here is what the report said. A supporting actor in the upcoming Madden film quit on Friday 2 weeks into production, allegedly over the use of the N-word and full frontal nudity. But sources close to Amazon Studios say the allegations are twisted. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay. Crew and cast members told us that on Friday, Russell was working with unnamed actor on an impromptu monologue when the director allegedly said the N-word, and that upset the actor along with others who allegedly walked off set before they broke for lunch and subsequently wrapped for the day. Do you think he was like, no, you gotta say your speech like this? Or do you think he was like, listen, which one do you think it was? 1 or 2?
2.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a wild story. David O. Russell. I mean,
That is wild. How old was that first clip you showed me? It looks super old.
Let's see. Oh, that was filming I Heart Huckabees, so that was like 2000.
Oh.
Ish. Yeah, I Heart Huckabees was I think so. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Anyway, you've been following the Diddy trial?
No.
Me either.
I feel like once you've heard about it as much as they talk about it, it's just like now,
Dude, also
now that it's actually gone to the trial, I'm like not even interested anymore.
yeah, it's just like tell me what happens.
Right.
You know, I don't need to follow it every fucking step of the way.
It's like now
It's
I
so
love how you
boring.
guys have this plethora of information on all the like crazy bad shit that he's done, but like nobody had this information for 25 years
Right.
before.
No.
Interesting.
I don't know, man.
Interesting.
Just tell me what happens. Yeah, I'm
like,
over.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
how is it that nobody has said anything for as long as they have, and then all of a sudden, like now there's like all these specials and like
Well,
whatever
think,
on all the shit that he's done and like all this new like stuff coming out. It's like, yeah, right.
well, if you
This
believe
isn't new information.
if you believe what the kind of the deep narrative is, if he's an asset for the government, right, as a blackmail agent or whatever, or however he's compromised, he had a whole lot of money keeping him doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of money and a lot of fear behind his shit. So like nobody was going to be like, I'm going to blow the whistle on Diddy because they'd get killed. Because I mean, who knows? I'm not saying Diddy had people killed, but I'm assuming
he could have had them.
Yeah,
killed.
right. Especially if they're saying he had like an Epstein style blackmail ring
I don't know.
and was doing the human trafficking shit.
I mean, probably, yeah. If he's like involved in all that crazy shit, then
Yeah.
he probably has the ability to.
Somebody would
Get
be
you murdered.
looking out for him. And I think what happened is like what happens sometimes is the story gets away from, it gets out of hand and becomes undeniable. And then they just have to deal with the situation. So they're going to do like the whole perp walk, either find a way to lessen his sentence or get him off completely with a mistrial, and then he'll flee the country and never be seen again or fake his death. I think there's a lot of death faking happening in the elite circle like that.
Like they do some shitty crime or whatever, and so instead of just owning up to it, they're just like, well, just pretend like I died, and then I'll just like flee the country and
still have all my money.
Still have all my money and take on like a new identity somewhere else.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like who's to say, I don't know, Jeffrey Epstein didn't do that shit.
Yeah, like they just say that he was murdered.
He killed himself.
Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not saying Jeffrey Epstein's alive. I'm just saying what if.
That'd be pretty wild.
Speaking of people who are still alive, Jeremy Renner, how dare you rescuers save my life? Actor was pissed over being revived.
After his accident with like the snowplow thing?
Yeah. Apparently
he wanted to just die.
He said the experience of dying was pretty freaking sweet.
Huh.
I mean, everything I've heard about it sounds tight.
What have you heard about it?
Well, I'm just saying, like, the end of life, all these chemicals are released in your brain, and while, like, your last moments are, like, beautiful, and you're relaxed in some cases.
Except when you're being stabbed to death.
Right, and you get, like, the overwhelming feeling of...
When you're gunned down unsuspectingly.
Yeah.
Those sorts of situations, you know.
But yeah, I mean, that sounds... And yeah, you hear people talk... Have you heard all those people who are like, I died for 11 minutes? And this is what I saw? And it's like people who were on the operating table and just flatlined. Mm-hmm. It's like stories from those people. They're like, it was the greatest experience of my entire life. I didn't want to come back. So yeah, that's hilarious. Jeremy Renner just out and said it. He said it was magical and magnificent.
And they took that away from him. Well, guess what? He can experience again when he actually does die.
I mean, that would suck to have this beautiful, calming, amazing, hallucinogenic experience where you're like seeing the universe, you're seeing your family members, you're seeing all this shit, and you're just pure euphoria, and then it's like...
And you just hear like people yelling, like machines beeping.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God.
Like, what the fuck?
For the first time in 40 years, I was relaxed, like fully relaxed.
Like you're just about to take like the greatest, like you're just like in the middle of the greatest nap ever, and you get like
somebody blows an air horn. Yeah.
It's really funny.
I'll never be on the cover of Vogue, babe.
Neither will I, so it's okay.
Kay got fired up at me the other day.
For what?
When we were leaving Lucille's, I put in GPS to go home, and you were like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going the way it was telling me, and you're like, you should have turned. And I was like, what do you mean? The GPS is telling me, and she's like, we're going to have to loop around and get back on the highway. And I was like... But this is the fastest route. And you're like, whatever. And you were kind of shitty about it. Mm-hmm. And your parents took that way home. Mm-hmm. And we beat them by like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
No, it was not that long.
It was like 45, 55 minutes, guys.
No.
It was like 5, 6 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes, I would say. No. Roughly.
No. I think maybe that way that you took saved you like 3 minutes.
10 to 15
Also,
minutes.
you have to remember they had to drop my grandpa.
They dropped him off.
And he probably took forever to get out of the car.
They dropped him off. They just pushed him. He rolled out.
No. He probably took his sweet time getting out of the car. It's funny because I went back to Pennsylvania for my aunt's birthday, and I traveled with my grandpa to go there. And he's cute. Like, it was a nice time to spend just the two of us, because I feel like we never do that. But it's just like, it's kind of sad because he's like he's so slow.
Yeah.
And it's just like frustrating because it's like, okay.
No, we were in Vegas the night of my bachelor party, my crazy bachelor party.
Yeah. You're out of control bachelor party.
It was your dad, your grandpa, your uncle, and your cousin.
Was like 16
yeah.
15 at the time.
And so your uncle and your cousin were like flying down the strip. And then your grandpa was like way back. And your dad and I were just kind of in between them. And we kept doing the thing where we would just stop and just let your grandpa catch up or walk back to him and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Aw.
It's all right. But yeah, we were just trying to keep him in the loop.
Yeah. No, it's funny just like going through the airport with him. And then at one point, you know how they have the moving walkways everywhere?
Yes.
So he steps onto the moving walkway and he immediately like starts to like, whoa, like kind of like loses balance. And I'm just like, oh my God, you cannot fall because I don't know if I'm going to be able to like catch you or pick you up if you fall on the ground completely. Thankfully he didn't, but it was like very sketchy.
That's funny.
I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, moving through the airport with him, like you don't go anywhere fast. And then at one point, it was before we were boarding our plane, we had a red-eye flight. So the airport was pretty not busy.
Yeah.
And most everything was closed. So we're just standing in front of like an closed down like food eatery of some sort. I can't remember which one it was. And just I'm like waiting for him to be ready to like go and walk to our gate. He has us stand there for probably like a good 15 minutes because he's like, well, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom before we get on the plane. And I'm like, okay. And like I just assumed we would walk to the gate and then he would get back up when he needed to go to the bathroom. No, we stood there for 15 minutes until he had to go to the bathroom again.
Well,
so we could use it before we got on the plane, which I get, but I'm just like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I don't like to eat a lot the day before I travel because I hate the pooping on planes.
Well, I don't think he
airports.
was even pooping.
But
like,
yeah.
I think he just had to pee.
And then I'm like really conscious about my liquid consumption too.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather arrive somewhere slightly dehydrated than to be like
getting up every 5 minutes. Yeah. And then they put us in the same row, which we originally were in different rows, but they saw that we were like probably had the same name or whatever. So they put us in the same row and I took the window seat and let him get the like aisle because I knew he was going to complain if he didn't have the aisle because he likes to get up all the time to go to the bathroom. So I had to get up twice in a 5-hour flight. And it was like both times were kind of like towards the beginning of the flight. He complained that I had to get up twice. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Was he trying to look out the window?
Yeah, a little bit. Like once we started to land and stuff. And then he also complained because I was at the window. And granted, it's nighttime, so you can't see shit. He complained that I had the window closed the whole
because
time.
he's like he'd be like, oh, that's County Road 24. You know what I mean? Like that's like what he
40,000 miles.
Yeah,
up.
no, because think about it. He goes on Google Map or what is it, Google Earth all the time, and it's just like he could do what's it called, geolocated. He could do that shit in Pennsylvania. He's probably like could see like a corner and be like, oh,
he should be like a cartographer.
But yeah, no. What my favorite move is when I'm flying with somebody who's like one of the lean over window people.
To like put it down or like block the whole window with your body. Just
I can't
turn your body.
I remember I was flying with an old podcast partner of mine, and he was really leaning, looking out the window, and I just like turned and noticed him, and then I just literally just real slow put it down.
Sun's in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, he complained that I had the blind pulled shut most of the time, except for like right before we were about to land. Well, one, I was sleeping for most of it. And then also, again, it's nighttime. we're 40,000 miles up or 40,000 feet up in the air. Like there, you can't see anything.
I like it. I like night flights. I like to just see like one light and be like, I wonder what's going on down there. You know what I mean? Just down the middle of nowhere. What's that light doing?
But also, yeah, like you're 2 seats away from the window. Like, how are you going to be able to see?
Yeah, that does suck.
No matter what. You can't have the best of both worlds there.
Best of both worlds.
It'd be so nice if there was just like a plane where you just had, I mean, I guess like a private jet. That's what that would be. But just like where you had both an aisle and a window seat.
Yeah, that is private jet style shit. One seat, one window.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that lifestyle sounds sick until you're on a private jet.
I mean, I think a private jet would be cool. You just got to have a good pilot.
No, I think you just have to also be aware of how private jets move. And then it's probably more comfortable the first time, like the only time I've ever been on
Why?
one.
Because they're like fast.
No, they get blown around a lot.
Oh.
You feel the plane moving this way. Like the tail, it feels like it's moving sideways. You're like, what the fuck? It feels like the whole thing is, and then you just feel it like do this and the roll. Dude, it's a lot. You just feel a lot more shit. And flying over the mountains was fucking terrifying. Because it was just like, all right, guys, it's going to get a little bumpy. And the pilots were just having fun. We were just ugh.
Terrified.
But now I think I'd have a different experience knowing what I know about flying. And because that was the flight that made me like flying. Because I was like, I'm not going to be afraid of that shit. Like, I need to understand it. And then I went on that flight, and I was pretty calm for a while. And then I was, then I started white knuckling because it got scary. So what do we have for dinner tonight?
I don't know. What sounds good to you?
I don't know. Something easy. Sandwich?
Jersey Mike's.
I'd be down.
Okay.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in this week. Again, I was on performance enhancers. So if you listen to both episodes and they weren't great.
Are we doing episodes next week and stuff?
I think we'll do one next week for sure.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out what we're going to do for our honeymoon. It might be, we might do premium only honeymoon episodes.
I'm so excited. We literally leave in 8 days.
Yeah. And there's going to be a funeral home story that's going to come out.
Never.
Before that? No, literally before we leave. So I can get some more money in the bank. All right, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.